Dan Merrill, Vice President of Client Success.
Mr. Merrill.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Dan. Brad here coming at you
Hello, Dan Merrill.
from my den with a creepy mustache. So I'm hoping that this is gonna mean a lot to you.
Dan Merrill, you and I are quite a bit different in one distinct way, and that's probably just the general size of our bodies.
You can see where I'm sitting. I'm seeking some real inspiration here.
He's just an amazing dude. And if anybody needs to be on the Mount Rushmore of MX, I think it's Dan Merrill.
I can't thank you enough for giving me a chance 4.5 years ago.
I appreciate you being willing to give me a shot.
And you gave me that initial opportunity to even come to MX, which has been life-changing.
I've always appreciated that you were willing to extend an offer to me to come work here at MX.
I know you already know this, man, but I truly feel like I owe a lot to you in my career.
I think you're a hell of a leader and a mountain of a man.
Dan, you have always been such a nice person.
My great friend, Dan Merrill. Dan Merrill is just, he means so much to me.
Because Dan never loses his sense of humor, at least not that I ever saw.
That's my killer suit.
And Josh Daly came up to me and said, "David, are you going to be out here for Halloween?" I was like, "Oh, because if you are, you need to be Gandalf." I was like, "Josh, why do I need to be Gandalf?" And he said, "So when you walk by Dan Merrill, I can call him Frodo."
I count your friendship amongst all the amazing things that we did the most valuable to me.
Friend, you're a great example and a great leader.
You are an incredible friend, an incredible leader.
Your encouragement, your leadership, your attitude, your insight.
The friend that you are.
There's so many things I've learned. There's so many great attributes I've been able to glean from you over the years.
As I look back, I knew that we were going to have a special bond when, after a particular hire, I won't say the individual's name.
Dan Merrill is one of those people for me. He's someone that I consider to be a true friend.
But I'll refer to that individual as White Glove.
You're a great bud. You've been a phenomenal manager.
Rich, I'm pretty sure that's one where I accidentally clicked the wrong button and pushed that person through. So we're going to have to do what we can to really help mentor and grow them.
The first time we shared A5 Waggy with Ryan Caldwell. That's such a great moment, and how much you just love that.
You went out of your way to completely shock and surprise me. This is one of my,
And so good.
like they ask you, like, what are the things that you would like make sure that if your house is burning down, you get out? This is one of mine.
You've loved President's Clubs.
Oh, I'm so glad we qualified for President's Club. Brandon, with great risk comes great reward, my friend.
I think those are maybe at least my favorite memories. I'm not really involved in the day-to-day, but Fiji and Costa Rica, I think, are two of our most favorite memories.
Are they getting naked?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thank you for just continuing to live with purpose and passion and joy and be such an incredible influence on all those that get to be friends with you.
So kind and caring.
When I think of Dan, I think of what they say about passengers on a plane when there's a different sound coming from the engine or there's a little turbulence. They look to the flight attendant, the flight crew, and if they're calm, they know everything's all right.
Your ability to empower all of us to do good each and every day.
Dan handled stress in a way that acknowledged it, worked with it, kept a level head for problem solving, and if people looked at Dan, which they do, they knew it's all right. Stay calm, Do your best. We're going to get through this.
You've been a really good friend to me and a great leader role model for me to watch.
I trust you. I look up to you. You're such a good example, both in the person that you are, the father that you are, the leader.
Great example. He loves his family so much. I love that example that he shares, and he's just a very authentic person. That's a good way to describe Dan. What you see is what you get.
And I just cry whether you're here or not, right?
And, you know, I've been thinking about, you know, why did I make the jump to MX? And the true reality to that is that Dan Merrill worked for MX.
MX for Dan has always been about the people, and it always will be.
I've never met anyone who leads with their heart.
That you led from the heart.
I think that you may even underestimate the amount of impact that you've had on the individuals' lives at MX and outside of work.
You've impacted us on so many levels, man. You've taught me how to see things bigger, how to have difficult conversations and do it with grace. I can't say enough.
You mean so much to me, man. You've helped me be a better person and better at my job and a better husband and better friend, and just learned so many things from you.
Someone who has given so much to MX that I feel it was a privilege to build alongside of you, the teams that you created, the culture you helped create.
There are few persons that likely have left more blood, sweat, and tears on the floors and hallways at MX than you.
And the success that I've had to this point, I attribute a lot of it to you.
And I just want to let you know how much of a positive influence you've been on my life.
I don't think there was ever a time when he came home and told me about one of his personal successes. His excitement and his stories were always about when someone on his team or one of his good friends had a success.
I always knew that you cared about me. I always knew that you wanted what was in my best interest.
How you allowed me to really honestly be part of your family, you and Jen and the squad. The care that you have for me goes way beyond a job.
Honestly, I feel like I've sort of followed you around and done the things that you've done and tried to emulate your career as best that I can because I've always had that respect for you.
And then he brought me over to MXCX to talk to you. And I left our conversation very energized and excited and really left with the thought that I need to find a way to work here. You left an excellent impression of yourself as a leader and also really of MX, the company, and of the department. And I knew that there was no other department that I wanted to join.
And really encourage them, either when they didn't believe in themselves or when he knew that they were capable of more.
I'll never forget just how supported I felt from you.
Your encouragement, your trust, your faith in me.
Always knew you had my back.
You've just been like a phenomenal friend and partner and support and, man, how I feel about you. I don't have words that really describe what you mean to me as a brother.
But the true nature of Mr. Dan Merrill himself, which is really thinking of others and helping others in life.
You've lived a life that to me exudes being real, caring, being truly empathetic, and putting people first.
I just think that the world needs more of Dan Merrill. It needs more of your goodness. It needs more of your golden soul, your golden heart.
I'm just so proud of the way that he cares about people. Way back when we met when we were 17, that was one of the things that I identified in him early on and that I was so attracted to, was that he really cares about people.
Inspiring that you're being so selfless in this time trying to help others.
There's lots of times I think, what would Dan do? What would Dan say?
More than anything, the thing that I'll remember from you is just love.
And I've appreciated, like hell, working with you and working for you. So.
Personally, thank you for being such a great mentor and friend.
But I just wanted to thank you for everything.
You're a tremendous human being, and really appreciate you. And again, thank you. Thank you so much for all the work that you've done.
I also would be remiss if I didn't thank you for all the support you've given me this last year, and the friendship that you obviously had with Brandon. And
hearing you talk about Brandon and just seeing how passionate you were, it's very motivating.
My personal life was very much improved by the culture in which you helped build here at MX, and for that I'll forever be grateful.
He is part of what made MX legacy culture what it was and what everybody loved about it.
Experiencing all of your goodness as we built something very special.
Thanks for all the times you've encouraged and supported and uplifted me.
I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for me and express how thankful I am that you are a part of my life now and forever.
So, I really, really, really appreciate it.
Forever grateful that MX brought you into my life.
So thank you very much for everything.
So I want to say thanks, Dan. I really appreciate you.
Appreciate your leadership.
Forever grateful.
I'm grateful to you for seeing something in me.
I want to thank you for everything that you've done to build MX. I truly believe that MX will never be the same without you.
I'm gonna miss the hell out of you. Not that I'm really gonna miss you, because I'm not gonna leave you alone. I feel like I'm gonna bug you still a lot.
That's why everybody loves you.
I just love you so much, and I love your family.
Man, I love you.
I love you, buddy.
I love you.
Love you, Dan.
Freaking love you, dude.
Love you, brother.
Yes, man. Love you.
We love you.
Love you. Love you dearly.
Love you, my friend. Go build more great things. Build the future and build them beautifully with soul. Ciao.
You'll forever be family to me.
I just think the world of Dan.
All the hearts that I can possibly give.
But I'll just leave you with this, baby. You got a heart so big it could crush this town. They can't hold out forever. Even walls fall down. They fall down because you got a golden heart that breaks down walls and brings out the best in human beings. Love you, my friend.
Hey, it's
1 second
Cosmo.
videos.
It's Cosmo. Dan's the man. President's Club, Utah, 2017. 2018. Woo!